It's
No.
my phone that can't do everything, man.
Oh.
I might be able to do it.
Boy, somebody has to bring
Okay,
his laptop.
we are live now. I asked
Good morning and welcome to Harmony Spiritual Center. Please join us in our first song. We come together. Actually, Spirit is in this place. Good morning, I'm here. How about a little spirit is in this place because we need to bring it in. We got some spirit over here. Wide open, we have gathered here in love. Yeah, Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. We sing in celebration. We sing with words of prayer.
We sing with words of prayer.
We affirm our life as sacred. We declare that peace is here. Yeah, Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place.
In this place.
Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place.
In this place.
Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place.
In this
Raise the roof with shouts of
place.
praise. Spirit's in this place. Yeah, 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 yeah. Declare it, feel it. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Move around a little bit.
In this place.
Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place.
In this place.
Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place.
In this place.
Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. Take a deep breath. Spirit is in this place right now.
And a gracious good morning to all. I'm Rebecca Lau, the president of the board, and it is a pleasure. I can tell you that we've been working very hard to get us into our new space, and that will happen next Sunday.
Yes.
We are claiming it, and it's going to happen. So anyway, when in our okay. If you are new to our center, we teach a practical spirituality of joyous inclusion, spiritual enlightenment, and life transformation. Following the principles and practices of Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, the founders of Unity, and Ernest Holmes, the founder of Science and Mind. We believe we are all connected to one spirit, God the Good, and that we manifest our best lives by learning, practicing, and taking action on our principles and beliefs. We believe in divine right order and timing in our lives. Therefore, rest assured you will receive whatever you are meant to receive as you have joined us today. Thanks for being here, and those here and those in the ether. You really have no idea what it takes to kind of put this thing on, so we're very grateful for all those that are helping do that. And I have just a daily word inspiration. I find that they, not only are they kind of short, but they say a lot. And this one is about faith. With faith, nothing is impossible for us. With gratitude, we use our faith to trust in the good that is always present, even when it is not yet manifested. As we pray with faith, we discern that the truth always endures through even the most difficult circumstances. As we concentrate on harmony and love, all thoughts of lack, limitation, and discord simply dissolve. As we speak with faith, we use positive words to express our belief in ourselves and others as divine beings. We act with faith, we access deep, lasting strength and fortitude that help us surmount any challenges. Inspired by our faith, we move forward with confidence. Nothing is impossible for us. If you have faith the size of the mustard seed, you will say to the mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. It's Matthew 17:20. We have our mission and vision to do. I missed that last week or whenever. Okay, so affirming that Spirit is our source. The purpose of the Harmony Spiritual Center is to be joyously inclusive, spiritually enlightening, and life transforming. The principles of Harmony Spiritual Center are inclusiveness, integrity, humility, compassion, transparency, and generosity. I did it.
Please join us in our chant. Take a deep breath. Wherever you are, take this into your heart as we welcome the day.
I'm here to remind you of your magnificence, to help you awake to all the wonder that you are. I long to show you all the joy you're worthy of. I'm here to remind you how much you're truly loved.
Let's do that again.
I'm here to remind you of your magnificence, to help you awake to all the wonder that you are. I long to show you all the joy you're worthy of. I'm here to remind you how much you're truly loved.
And so it is.
And as we take that message in, just breathe in love and breathe out love. Breathe in light and breathe out light. Breathe in peace and breathe out peace. Breathe in hope and breathe out hope. And know, as a being created by Spirit, as a spiritual being, you are light and love and peace and hope. So as you go out along your path today, wherever it may be, at home, taking a walk in nature, calling somebody, texting, emailing, be that person, be that spiritual being that shares light and love and peace and hope. And as you go through your week, keep in your mind and keep in your heart that God, the Great Spirit, Wakantanka, Yahweh, Allah, whatever name you use, George, is guiding you to be a being of light and love and peace and hope. And so it is. Amen.
Meaninglessness rules my mind. Shame always prevails until I'm too scared to breathe. I tried blaming it all on the human condition. I tried self-pity, but it made me feel worse. And now I think I'm going to try to learn to deal with it. So tired of hopelessness, and though I could choose to see myself in a hopeless mess, I find my hope inside of me. What situation seems desperate? Domestic front crumbling away, but institutions are not my life. All that matters is who I'm being, and now I think I choose to be, 'cause love, power, and peace. So tired of hopelessness, and though I could choose to see myself in a hopeless mess, I find my hope inside of me. Oh, I no longer need to doubt what I know is real. The Spirit takes good care of me when I allow it to heal. I refuse to put myself through more negativity. I realize it's a state of mind I deny my chains and affirm that I am free. Free. Learning to think in a new way. My life begins today. So tired of hopelessness, so I no longer choose to see myself in a hopeless mess, and I find my hope inside of me. Inside of me.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Jason. Thank you so much. That's a song you wrote, yeah? Good. Good job. Thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you all for being here with us this morning. My name is Reverend P.J. Stanley, and you are at Harmony Spiritual Center, in case you weren't sure where you were. It's Sunday morning after a Saturday night. We never know. We never know. So, because we're all about practical spirituality, we want to help you out as much as we can. And so we talk about practical spirituality. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for that this morning. And what that means is that we are hoping, our hope and our claim is that we are helping one another to move through our life every single day, living the hope and the dream of being that person that we came here to be. Love, of service, using the abundant gifts that God, Father, Mother God. Yeah, see what I'm saying? It's a Sunday morning. What are you gonna do? Whatever you call it, Father, Mother, whatever you want to call that, George. That which is greater than yourself. We're here to do something great. And last week, what we talked about, and I just like to remind you of what we talked about so that we look at where we're going and what this means. And I know that learning and understanding is repetitive. We understand and we know things as we keep and continue to hear them and take action upon them. And so last week we talked about what we're here to do, what is our charge, and that is to live here in compassion and loving kindness to self and to others, because we simply cannot love and serve others if we're not loving and serving ourselves. I was talking to a friend this morning, and she'd done some great things. She's a fabulous cook, and she said, she burned a pan, not even a food, but just burned a pan, and her whole kitchen was smoking up, like as we all do. And she said that was something bad she had done. This is not a woman who could do anything bad. She's a beautiful heart and a beautiful soul. My point is that we are all so critical of ourselves all the time, thinking about what we've done, and that thing that we've done defines who we are, yet it does not. And I was talking with another friend last night, and I'm not going to get this story straight, so I'm just going to get to the chase. Get to the bottom line. What she said was there was a gentleman who was interviewing people on death row, and I'm not sure if it was the person who was visiting or the person on death row, doesn't matter. But one said to the other, remember this, you are better than, so I'm going to put it in positive terms, you are better than the worst thing you've ever done. You are better than the worst thing you have ever done. And I want to go even further with that in saying you are as good as the best thing you have ever done. You are as good as the best thing you've ever done, and that's what we want to remember about who you are. It's not all about the things. We make mistakes. We do things that we regret. That is not who we are. If we have regret about it, it's because we're not who we are. It's not what we wanted to do. What we want to do and who we show up as, the best thing we've ever done, is who we are. And that's what we talk about. How do we do that? How do we move forward in our day, every single day, being that person that we want to be? And that's what we're here to do and to talk about. That's what practical spirituality is about. How do we show up the way we want to show up? How do we wake to truth? Wake to the truth about who we are. And when we know the truth of who we are, we have to automatically see the truth about everybody else. Why? Because we're connected. We are all individualized and unique expressions of the one love. If we are that, then we are love. We all are. And once we recognize that in ourselves, we recognize it in others. That's why it's so critical that you see it for yourself first, and then you can see it for others. That's what we talk about. So today what I want to talk about is we talk about what we believe, and we believe that there's only one power, one source in our life, God the good, omnipotent, abundant, powerful. We are connected. We are one with that, with the divine. We are connected to everything and everyone, and so everything and everything we do or don't do matters. That we co-create our lives with the divine. We co-create our lives through our thoughts, and that's how powerful our thoughts are. And that action is required. Prayer and meditation will tell you what actions you need to take. That is what we believe. So what I want to talk about today is that the principles that we believe in are boundless. They are boundless, meaning we are free to reinterpret what they mean as we grow in our own understanding and our own spiritual awareness. And what we see as we understand that, we can look back at a passage and go, oh, I see now what that truly means, the deeper meaning of what that is. So principle is boundless. We get to take a look at what we see from a different place from where we are now. And the power in that is this. Romans 12:2 tells us, do not conform to the pattern of this world. If you look around at this world and some of the things that are going on, that's not necessarily what we agree with. That's not necessarily how we see spirit, love, or God showing up. So we don't have to conform to what we know is not true. We talk about shining the light of truth. The truth I'm talking about is the truth that we are all love, connected, and one with that divine. And we have the capability of loving greatly within us because we are unique expressions. So if we do not conform to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And that is, once again, taking a look at what you're seeing and saying, is this right for me now? Is this message the same? What has changed? We always get to do that. That is one of the things I talk about repeatedly, and I guess you probably get tired of hearing she's always talking about, take a look at who you are, take a look at who you are. I know who I am. Yeah, you do. But it's really interesting when someone else reflects back to you who they see you to be. It's an awakening. It really is. And I ask for people to do that all the time. Ernest Holmes, in his book, The Science of Mind, on page 127, if you want to look at it, he talks about principle being the twin pillars of love and law. We talk about the two sides of a coin, okay? The two sides of a coin, love, which is personal, and law, which is the universe always saying yes. That's all the universe says. So whatever you say, whatever you think, the universe isn't going to argue with you. That it can't. All it can do is say, you are correct. You are correct. So you want to take a look at what it is you're saying to yourself, because the universe is just agreeing. Whatever you're coming up with is because you've asked for it and the universe is agreeing. That's a powerful message to me. That means things are not outside of our control. They're not outside of our control. They're within our control. We get to say. We get to choose. We get to inform our choices as we grow and evolve. So I remember Jason and I lived on the lake in Lake Whitney. And I talk about this place because this is the first time that I'd heard about unity. I moved to Texas from San Diego when I was going to a Science of Mind church. And when I knew I was moving to Texas, I was so concerned that I wouldn't find my tribe here. And I moved in right next door to a woman who was a Unitic. And she took me to the Unity Church, and that's when I first heard about it. So we started going and just getting completely involved. But we're in the middle of a fundamental town. And so if you don't know my husband, Jason, when he knows something, he knows something. He's not going to keep quiet. If you ask him a question, he's going to discuss it with you. So he was talking to a fundamental preacher. And he was talking about the Bible. And the guy said to Jason, the Bible don't change. It says what it says, it don't change. And Jason said, I get that. I know it doesn't change. I agree with you. But our understanding of it changes. That's what changes, our understanding. So true to form, to Jason's form, the guy says, well, if it ain't in the Bible, then it ain't God's will. And Jason said, that's okay, let me see your Bible. Took it, wrote it in there, and go, there you go. It's in there now. I'm not kidding. It's in there now, all right? Anything else? because he knew that we get to understand from a different place. We get to understand from a different place. As we grow and understand who we are, we're loving more. We can read these things in a more loving way, in a more open way, in a way that makes more sense. So principle is not bound by precedent. Because of what we did before doesn't mean we have to continue to do it if we have a new understanding. We are always shining a light on what we think we know. If you think, the moment you think you know everything is the moment you don't know anything. Do you get that? The moment you think you know everything, I'm not speaking to anyone in particular, is the moment you don't know anything. You have to keep our minds open to the reinterpretation and a better understanding, a deeper understanding. God made room for evolution. God knew that. We are going to grow and change and have a new and greater understanding. And so we have the ability to evolve. If we can't evolve, how can we change our minds? We can only change our minds because it's within us to do so. It is within us to do so, to have a deeper understanding. God made room for evolution of the species and made room for direct revelation of truth. Direct revelation of truth, which is why I'm always standing here talking about one of the things that is yours to do. Each of us, I can't do it for you. I have to do it for myself, and you have to do it for yourself. Whatever you want, one of the greatest tools we have is prayer and meditation. You simply cannot hear a word from God in the chaos. People always have something to tell you. Everybody's got an opinion, right? You've heard them all. And they'll have a different opinion about the same thing the next day that you talk to them. And I'm one of those that does that. I change my mind all the time. So we don't need to seek information from outside of us. I'm standing here telling you now what I know. But it's what I know. It either resonates with you or it doesn't. And if it doesn't resonate, you have the right to go directly to Spirit and say, what the heck is she talking about? And what does that mean to me? I encourage you to do that. I encourage you to. This is not a dead thing that we're doing. This is not a dead religion. This is alive, evolving, growing all the time, as are you. We all are. We get to renew our minds. Jesus, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, all of these people, they didn't come here to create a religion. That's not what they did. They came here to speak truth. Those of us who heard that truth said, oh my God, we got to organize and get this out here. Let everybody know. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's what we're here to do. Our charge is to have compassion for self first and others. And our charge is to constantly renew our minds and our thinking and have direct revelation of truth for ourselves. That's what it is for. So when I talk about someone shining a light, so, you know, I've talked with you guys many times from here and privately that I have these two other women. So there's three of us. I just called the group the Three Women Ministers. that are all New Thought ministers, and we get together and we just talk about things that are going on for us personally or with our ministry or whatever it may be. And we're always asking for reflection. Tell us what you see. This is what I see. What do you see? Because it's very helpful to see outside yourself, to see what someone else sees. So my friend said she was talking about something she saw within herself, and I listened to her politely. I knew as soon as she started she was wrong. But I listened to the whole story. And then I gave her an example of how she showed up in the opposite direction of what she was saying. And she said, oh my God, I forgot about that. I said, I know you did. But this is how you show up. You show up beautifully. You have no problems with dealing with people, with other women, none. You show up beautifully. So she said, I just wanted to own if I was doing something that was contrary to what I believe. And I said, you are not. You are doing exactly what you say and who you say you are. She said, thank you for that. In the middle, though, of her talking to me about that, or me, us talking about that, she reflected back to something to me I didn't ask her for. This is about you, girlfriend. What about me? But I say something, and this is why, and I'm just going to tie it back around to my point of what we declare, what we say, the universe simply says yes. What I've said to myself for the longest time is that I am not good at researching, for whatever reason. I seem to want to own that. Probably because I'm working on my PhD thesis and I don't know how to research, I don't know what to do. Just crying, just acting crazy. And she said in the middle of us talking about our talks and how we do it, she said, which I love about what she does, when she does her talks, if you got Kim Ann, do you guys know, when she does her talks, she doesn't use any notes. She just talks. Just talks. And I said, I would love to do that. And I don't stand here reading my notes, but I definitely have to have notes, because I want to make sure that I'm actually saying what I think I'm saying. And I go, oh, okay. Right? Because otherwise, the story will go, Lord knows where the story will go. She said, you have to use notes because you're a researcher. You are always not just researching, not just talking about what you know, but you research and confirm from other sources what you're talking about. And I thought, gosh, dog it. She just smashed that whole light up. So now I've got to accept and own the fact that I, in fact, am a researcher. So all kinds of things now have been coming to me about what I want to say in my PhD research. You understand the power of that? I have been saying this for such a long time. I am not a researcher. And she just shined the light right there on a truth that I already am doing. I didn't see it, but she did. That is what we get to do. Do you see how powerful that is? What we get to do for one another? Yes, girlfriend, wake up. Wake up. That's what we get to do. So the point that I'm making is that principle is boundless, and we are free to renew our minds, to rethink, to think about who it is that we are, and claim what is true. There are 4 steps for renewing your mind. Number 1, and they're in no order in terms of how powerful they are. They all 4 are very powerful. The first thing is to know the power of your thoughts, to co-create your life. We say it, but I don't think we actually understand it. Because I was certainly saying I'm not a researcher in the middle of needing to be a researcher. I was claiming that I wasn't. So even I wasn't seeing how my words were taking me in a direction I did not want to go. So whatever you claim your life is, I am or am not a researcher. I am or am not a counselor. I am or am not a painter. Whatever it is, a pianist, whatever you're saying, the universe, not I saw where your mind went. There's a joke, I'll tell you all later about that one. But anyway, whatever you're claiming, all the universe can do is say yes. Yes. So if you're not getting results, change what you're claiming. That's all. Just if you're not getting results you want, you're getting results. If you're not getting the results you want, change what you're claiming. Change what you're claiming. That's number 1. So be real conscious about your thoughts and your ability to co-create, because what you consistently think about is what you become. Period. Period. It's what you become. Number 2, assist the positive and resist the negative. So I mean by this is the glass half full or half empty? Do you understand? Both of those are true. It's half. You could say it's half full or it's half empty. The question is, what is it that you're claiming that serves your life? If it serves you to say that it's half empty, because for whatever reason that motivates you, then say that. Claim that. But if it motivates you to say it's half full, because it motivates you to see the positive possibilities of what I already have, claim that. They are both true. They are both true. What's true for you? What is working for you? And if those things are not, claim something different. We get to do that. And it doesn't make it any less true. It doesn't make it any less true. I remember a lot of people saying, well, I'm not going to even claim this, but anyway, a lot of people saying things like, I'm a realist. Meaning, you're obviously a clown. You don't see what's really going on. Let me tell you, let me tell you what's really going on, because you're not a realist. I'm going to tell you what the world's really like. Well, I'm changing what that means. What a realist is seeing the real truth. I am a realist because I see the real truth, the truth beyond appearance. I'm a realist, okay? I'm telling you what it really is like. I'm not a corporalist, which means I don't believe until I see it. I'm not that. I don't need to see a physical body to know it's on the way, that I've already claimed it. It will show up someday. So that's my take on what a realist is. I see the real truth. I see who you are. You're a divine individual. You're God in corporal form. You're love, compassion, greatness. I see who you really are. So I'm a realist. What are you? What are you? Number 3, prayer and meditation is key. That's actually only 3. I did prayer and then meditation, but I put them together, so it's only 3 steps. Makes it feel like it's shorter. Hook them together. Prayer and meditation, I've already talked about that. You know the power of prayer for direct revelation. Whatever you need, why look outside yourself? You already know. Go into the silence and find the answers. They're there. They're always there. They're always there. So what I want you to know today is that we must start with ourselves, being kind and compassionate so that we can do that to others. We can't do what we don't have or don't know. We co-create our lives. Our thoughts are things, and what we focus on grows. Our thoughts become things, so our thinking is important to us. Principles are not bound by precedent. We get to change our minds. We get to have a new understanding of truth every single day. It doesn't mean you're flaky or that you were wrong before. You were right because it was right then. It is now right because this is what's right for me today. From what I know now, it is right. I'm not trying to act like my little 6-year-old niece. I'm going to bring her up because she's just a beautiful thing. I'm going to tell this little quick story because I love being around young people. You know, 6-year-olds, once they learn something, this is the only way to do it. It's like, right? I mean, they know the world at 6 years old. This is how it goes. It doesn't go like that, eh, Panda? Your E looks crazy. E looks like this. Oh, whatever, girlfriend. So she discovered Alexa because she's online on her iPad, right? And so we'll tell her, hey, you've done your work, so you can take a little 10-minute break, and so she'll tell, okay, Alexa, set the timer for me for 10 minutes. Okay, so Alexa sets time. I have Alexa on one of my things up in my office, and she was up in my office, and she was saying, Alexa, and Alexa said, yes. She's like, Alexa's a man. And I said, yeah, it has a male voice as well. She goes, huh. So she's like, Alexa. And he goes, yes. And she goes, there's another Alexa that's a woman. Have you two met? Is that the cutest thing you've ever heard? I love it. I love it. That's her truth right now. Those are not just voices. Those are people to her. That's the truth. Okay? But well, I'm not going to even tell you how old I am, but at my age, I need to know something a little bit more than that. I don't want to go back thinking I can hook up the 2 Alexas, right? So we get to change our mind from a new place of knowing, a new spiritual understanding. That's what we get to do. Humanity is boundless, and we are capable of evolutions. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Be a realist. Be a realist, not a corporalist. Don't wait until you see it. Believe it before it's here, because it's already happening the moment you claim it. So it is. Namaste.
Giving and receiving. And remember, you can text to 84321, or you can go on our website and hit the donate button. Either way works. Or you can mail it to our new address, which, if I can scroll down, is 1888 Green Oaks Boulevard, space 1862, Fort Worth 76116. So with that being said, let's say our prayer together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful.
Leaves are falling all around. It's time I was on my way. Thanks to you, I'm much obliged for such a pleasant stay. But now it's time for me to go. The autumn moon lights my way. For now I smell the rain, and with it pain, and it's headed my way. Sometimes I get so tired, but I know one thing I gotta do. Ramble on. Now's the time is now to sing my song. Going round the world, gotta find my girl on my way. Been this way 2 years to the day. I gotta ramble on. Gotta find the queen of all my dreams. Got no time for spreading roots. The time has come to be gone. And though our health we drank 1,000 times, it's time to ramble on. Ramble on. Now's the time is now to sing my song. Going round the world, I gotta find my girl on my way. I've been this way 10 years to the day. I gotta ramble on. I gotta find the queen of all my dreams. I tell you no lies. Mine's a tale that can't be told. My freedom I hold dear. How years ago, in days of old, when magic filled the air, 'twas in the darkest depths of mortar I met a girl so fair. But Gollum and the evil one crept up and slipped away with her. There ain't nothing I can do, no. I guess I'll keep on rambling. I'm gonna share, sing my song, got to ramble on.
Thank you, Jason. We appreciate your talents and being here. So thank you so much, and Ken for backing him up. Just saying. Anyway, also many thanks to Jim Covalt. He has done the flowers for this week and for this month actually. And also thank you, Aaron and Jim, for their extra work on getting the audio visual and these kinds of things happening. And certainly Terry and David for always being here. And Carla Kessler for opening your home to us. So we really appreciate that. So we have a few announcements in the fact that we have an annual meeting on the 6th of December, and it will be directly after our meeting, and we will be voting on new board members. At this time, we are actually going to have 4 openings. There's a 1-year term, there's a 2-year term, and then there are 2 3-year terms available so that we can get back into sync. So we have 3 folks who have stepped up, and we need 1 more. And so you could run, if you just want to try it out, you could run for the 1 term. And so anyway, 1 year, the board is we have checks and balances with one another, and we deal with PJ, and we yeah, but anyway, we not only have a good time, but we get along, and we it's like no other board that I've served on, and so it is a joy to do, and it's just another volunteer and part of service that we can do for Harmony, because we're headed in a new direction, and we're excited about that. So also we have the let's see here. Oh, and next week, Glenn's going to be speaking, kicking us off at our new space. So that's going to be exciting. So we, classes that are still and things that are happening. The meditation is every day of the week at 7:30, except on Sundays. PJ does it live from here, it'll be live from there. So you really ought to tune in. It's 20 minutes of breathing, and so it's really fabulous. The Love and Lunch is every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. The book club is every other Thursday, and the next one is the 15th. And what is the book? I should have asked.
Clan of the Cave Bear.
Clan of the Cave Bear. That's an old book.
It is an old one. Yeah.
Wow, that was a good book.
It's a great one.
Yeah, so Clan of the Cave Bear. And then let's not forget Cooking with Honey Pat, which is an incredibly popular event, and that's at 6 o'clock on the 2nd and 4th Wednesdays, and the 21st will be the next one of those.
So this Wednesday.
That's what I said.
I'm just agreeing with you.
You know, what's the deal here? It's this Wednesday. I'm a week behind, okay? Anyway, it's this Wednesday, so. Yeah, thank you. Anyhow, it is this Wednesday, so tune in. It's a fun, and of course there's always wisdom involved in this, so maybe. So, okay, you want to check in with the celebrations and the Facebook and just say who's around?
We've got some people on here. Artists, happy birthday, artists. Oh, I'm getting monitored. I gotta come up here at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have an aversion to microphones.
Yeah.
Take your mask off too.
Oh, I have to take my mask off. Howdy. Okay, we have John Jeffries. Hi, we love you too, John. Barbara Comstock, yay. Pat and Glenn are on. They are in the house, but it's their house. Let's see, Barb and Bill, so good to see you. I already said. Artists. Birthdays.
We'll get there in a minute.
Oh, David's going to help me. David's helping me.
thunder.
Yeah. Oh. Sandra Dornan. Dinkins. Okay. Anything else here? There's about 13 other people on here.
We're
Oh.
getting there, Carla. Just relax. Keep
And
on.
I already said it. Everybody?
No. Carla's like doing stuff on the side.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Stick a fork in it. She's done. Okay. So now's the birthday celebration. And we have one of our birthday boys live and in person, Mr. Jim Alexander. Yay! Woo-hoo! Yes. Yeah. So you going to play for him? No. Okay.
Happy birthday
There you go.
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday, dear Jim.
Happy birthday
to you. And some other birthdays this week. Venice had a birthday. Happy birthday, Venice. Gail Howard. And yesterday we had 3. Martha Moore, Kathleen Hosapul, and artist Kavar. Yeah. And I think that was it, 3 of them. Happy birthday, all you birthday babies. Tomorrow, Sherry France, and a couple more this week. Harvey Clark and Sharon Guider is a week from tomorrow.
Awesome.
So we'll mention more birthdays next week. So with that being said, we are going to do a closing prayer, and then we'll do our closing song. But before I do, anybody in the room have a celebration? Okay. Jason, and then go ahead.
I survived my first week of working at Amazon.
All right. If you didn't hear that, Jason survived his first week of working at Amazon. Okay.
Amazon is lucky to have you.
Yeah. And PJ.
We want to thank and bow down to Garrett Whitney for these beautiful cakes that he made yesterday for the birthday people.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Yes,
We would share, but they're all gone.
Ah.
Oh, well.
They've been delivered to the.
Can't say it to him because I don't have a mic on.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So what PJ was saying, Garrett Whitney made a bunch of cakes for birthday people, but they all got eaten. So none of us here have dessert. So okay.
Take your word for it.
Yeah. So Ken, you had something?
I just wanted to give a shout out to Jim and Aaron for this last month and a half, 2 months. The sound and then the visual and everything, the direction. I couldn't have done it without them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. In case you didn't hear that, Ken just thanking Aaron and Jim again for what they're doing with the sound and the video. And I also want to thank Carter because she does these PowerPoints every week without fail. And so, it really does take a village to do this. And we're grateful to everybody. And the messages these last few weeks have been wonderful, PJ. Thank you. And so with that, we're going to pray, and then we'll do our closing song. Mother, Father, God, sweet, sweet, sweet Spirit, we thank you for all the blessings that we have. We thank you for guiding us into this new facility. We thank you for helping each one of us on an individual basis and as a group exhibit light, love, peace, and hope. And we thank Jason for the song Hope that he wrote and shared with us today. So with that being said, we know we're going to have a fabulous week, and we'll see y'all next week. Please join us in our closing song.
Okay, now time to stand up, because this doesn't work unless you're kind of getting the blood flowing, okay? All righty, everybody rise and sing this song with us. We're singing it out, and we are affirming. Woo! Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for and what this life is about.